Today in the crypto space, we see the market taking a nice bounce to the upside. Bitcoin at around the 88,600, Ethereum right around the $3,000 mark. Guys, we know how important that $3,000 level is for ETH and the rest of the crypto space. The altcoins doing pretty good. We got XRP, Hyperliquid, Suiton, and many other projects right now deep in the green. And the question is, guys, is this the relief, or are we going to be shooting to all-time highs? In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about a project that has been showing relative strength, and that project is called Shido. So you know what? Let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins. Looking for opportunity, whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 8 p.m. EST, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects you want me to cover here on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on here, because we're getting a bit of relief. And for the most part, a lot of us are thinking, is this just relief? Could this turn into a dead cat bounce? Or was the bottom put in? Is this the bottom? Basically, are we going to start to see a slow grind to the upside where perhaps we start to see Bitcoin get into price discovery, Ethereum price discovery once again, and all the rest looking good? Altcoin season? Do I even dare? Do I even dare mention an altcoin season? Guys, anything is possible. It's a game of probability. The reality is, though, is don't try to time this market, right? I've been saying for a good while now that the best strategy at the current moment is brainless DCA. Just brainlessly DCA. Now, I have a strategy of sorts, but brainless, what that means is remove the emotion, remove the TA, remove all the other thesis and this and that. The only thesis that you may want to keep in check is are we at least going to get a bit of relief here? At minimum. And as you can see, we are. And the question is, how high do we go from here? So brainless DCA basically means is you're going to be buying and accumulating slow and steadily, keeping risk management at the forefront, meaning don't get into big positions without understanding that the market could continue dipping, right? The truth is that we haven't really got any real confirmations of a reversal yet. This is great that we're seeing green, guys. We're going to celebrate all the pumps here on this channel. But at the end of the day, we need to be real about it. Nothing has been proven. Again, market structure hasn't shown us a proper shift. So we got to be very careful here on the 4-hour structures. However, guys, I am going to still be hunting for projects with relative strength. And today I want to talk about Shido. Shido is one of those projects that has been doing great despite the volatility, despite the downtrend on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and the rest of the altcoins. Despite the volatility on the total market cap, Shido continues to show strength, neutralizing all that negativity. Now, there are other projects, of course, and I plan on picking those projects throughout the week, throughout the rest of the week, maybe into next week, focusing on Bitcoin and also looking at projects that have been showing relative strength. Okay, so today's about Shido. Let's quickly go through the top 100 just real quick so we can get an idea of what we're seeing here in this market in general. Then we'll take a look at the Shido price and Shido, and we'll take a look at what they're doing. Right now, the market cap is on a rise. That's great to see. 3 trillion, above the 3 trillion. Guys, we got to hold. In fact, we're going to celebrate all our way back to about 4 trillion. Guys, we have a long way to go, but we're definitely on our way there, at least for now. Trading volume is great. Obviously, to see a market participation in this move to the upside gives us a sense of confidence. We have some trending altcoins. Monad is trending. Firo, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it is what it is. We have Rain doing pretty good. Just be careful here with getting into those, green pumpers, because the reality is those potentially could come down real quick as well. So you guys know, hopefully, the last few weeks have taught you a very important lesson. Right? The lesson is don't chase those green candles, because they leave lots of imbalances below and lots of profit takers at the top. Okay, so that's that. As you can see, we got Bitcoin doing its thing here. It's not up significantly, but it's what it's building is good. It's giving Ethereum the opportunity to outperform. As you can see, it is doing that exact 5% in comparison to the Bitcoin chart, up only 1.3%, which means that we should see a bit of a shift in dominance. And not only that, we should see the ETH BTC chart right now favoring Ethereum. And that's good, right? If you're an altcoin holder, and I know a lot of us are. So that's a good thing. We have XRP waking up a little bit here, and many of the altcoins. I'm not going to get into too much detail on all of them, but you can see, generally speaking, we're seeing about a 4 to 5% bounce here on some of these alts. Okay, some of them less, some of them more. Chainlink a little less, but I'm expecting it to wake up because, again, Chainlink is one of those foundational projects that, based on risk to reward, people might want to get in here, again, based on risk to reward. And because of that, it should catch some better bids. 4.9% for Hyperliquid. That's a good move. Obviously, we're going to celebrate that one. We're bullish on Hyperliquid. We're bullish on the Perpdex narrative altogether. Guys, if you missed out on my deep dive this weekend that I released on Sunday on Avantis, the Perpdex for base, I think that might be a good one for those of you that are trying to diversify your portfolio. In addition, we're seeing SUI. Guys, a lot of us were a little bit, frowning on SUI, looking at SUI and how it's been behaving. But we know when projects, pretty decent ones, big ones, right, that have ecosystem, that have the growth. We talk about its ecosystem quite a bit here on the channel based on popular demand, of course. We're talking about Deep. We talk about Cetus. We talk about a lot of them, right? Even Walrus, another great project on SUI. The reality is to see SUI wake up means all those proxies are also going to do well. So keep an eye on the SUI ecosystem as we're seeing a bit of strength here. As we keep on going down, we have another one that's doing good. Canton is a new project coming out hot right now. So I'm wondering how that's going to hold up. I feel like maybe I should buy a little bit. Near Protocol, one of my picks for this cycle. You guys know that. The AI narrative. I think this project is going to literally lay the foundations for crypto and the AI. So keep an eye on Near and what they're building, as they have a lot of alpha. And of course, the safety. Again, about safety, their risk to reward is on point. We have Rain Pump in here, guys. Be careful with these types of green candles, guys. The last thing you want to do is get onto a $2 billion market cap project that's up approximately 120% in one day, guys. Be very, very, very careful here. And we got Pumped Up Fun getting a bit of relief to the upside. It is what it is, guys. For those degenerates out there, be very careful. We've seen what this type of narrative does to the market. It's an extraction type of mentality. Be careful out there with these meme coins and these low value projects. We have Arbitra moving the L2s, guys. I don't know the ETH L2s if they're going to have legs, if they're going to have their moment again, but we're looking for L1s that have good fundamentals within their own ecosystem without the need for band-aid solutions. That's what we're looking for, right? And ultimately, we see these L2s doing great. I don't know. So let's see what happens here. If they're going to bounce, if not, guys, make your quick decisions if you're on the L2 bandwagon or not. All right, so that summarized the overall market. Some gainers are, I would say, at about 5% on average to the upside. And then all of a sudden, guys, we have Shido. Let's take a look at Shido. Let's see what's going on here with Shido. Ultimately, Shido is an L1. Like I mentioned, we are looking for L1s that have great fundamentals, that are cooking up. The teams are cooking on a daily basis. But not only that, showing relative strength. We understand what that means, right? It means that when the market is looking sloppy, when the market is not looking strong, when the market, in fact, is going the opposite direction of where you want it to go, you have projects like Shido and many others that are still holding neutral. In fact, maybe even bullish. So we have to understand that, right? There's projects out there that the team is still producing. And I know its market cap is very small. It's below $7 million. And from that front, I get it, right? We're talking about risk, right? So having a small market cap like that means that there's going to be a lot of volatility, means that there's still a volatility to the downside. However, guys, if you're looking at risk to reward, you can see this chart here, which we're going to look at the actual chart. We've hit a nice bottom. And based on the local time frame type of price action, guys, it is looking really, really good. We're showing bids, we're showing stability, we're showing strength. So for me, tokenomics are on point. As you can see, we're seeing a lot of good stuff here for Shido. And if you want updated tokenomics and updated information, make sure that you follow the channel, because I do have a deep dive. I do updates on Shido, and not only that, I would definitely check out their website and check out their socials. Let's do that right now. Let's see what they've been up to. At the end of the day, Shido's marketing, I really do appreciate it, guys. It's really, really cool. As you can see, very engaging and all that. What is Shido? Shido Network is a leading multi-VM virtual machine, so they handle multiple languages, programming standards. Layer 1 proof of stake blockchain with superior speed and infinite scalability, built on Shido today. Okay, this is where we're at. And if you want to go check them out on Telegram, go ahead. But what I'm trying to tell you here is this thing doesn't need software solutions that are band-aid solutions. It has its own ecosystem, native applications, right? And it just works. And that's really, really what you want. You don't want to have to find third-party applications that come in and try to fix problems, scalability issues, and this and that. So Shido's a full package here. I appreciate them. I appreciate what they're going for. They got a community here on X, so go check them out. And let's see what their pinned comment is all about. Shido is pleased to announce the successful deployment of the Terra upgrade to our internal testnet. So they have their upgrade. Right now it's on testnet, but they, on November 20th, so a few days ago, they finally went live with this testnet. This milestone completes their core architecture alignment and fully integrates the EVM parallel execution engine into the Shido network testnet. Guys, they're upgrading, they're providing parallel execution, which improves speed and much more, and ultimately upgrade includes enhancements across all existing modules. And of course, there's a lot of documentation here that you can go over. Guys, I highly suggest that if you're interested in, even in tech, forget about Shido for a second. If you want to be informed of what's happening with regards to tech and the latest implementations, I would definitely go look at what Shido's been implementing. As a small project, they're putting all their efforts and all their capital, human capital, into making sure Shido is at the highest level possible, competing with the large caps. And that tells me that Shido is undervalued. Okay, guys, so go check it out. We got Terra upgrade here. A couple of things here, infinite scale for education purposes. If you want to learn about what they got going on here, as you can see, we got some good posts, good engagement, continues to expand on-chain liquidity through its Shido DEX. They got a DEX, they got AI, they got lots of things happening, guys. Meme coins, whatever you're interested in, again, they have you covered. But ultimately, guys, it's their entire ecosystem that I appreciate. And their marketing is pretty cool, you got to admit. Getting ready for another week. They're locked in. As you can see, lots of good stuff. And that concludes the socials, guys. I would highly recommend that you go check them out. Good stuff here, as you can see. All right, guys, I know you're here to talk about charts, so let's begin. Let's see what's going on with Shido chart. Shido, at the end of the day, despite the negativity that the market in general has been giving us, guys, Shido has been absorbing. Shido has been taking it on the chin and moving and moving and moving. And the reality is, how high could it go? Guys, let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail. At the end of the day, Shido, guys, as you can see, hit its bottom. It went sideways for a good while. Let's measure how long did it create its floor price, right? Where there was no more sellers, 166 days of sideways, okay? We got a quick sweep of the lows, okay? It is what it is. And now we define the range, which, guys, I hate to say it, but I told you so, right? This was a good level to accumulate. Not only did you get this level, this entry from me, but also on the backtest confirmation, I did produce a couple of videos suggesting, guys, this was the time. Any dip into this box would have been a great opportunity to get back in. Now, of course, your invalidation is clean and it's clear. 0.000153, this one right here, the yellow line. Drops below there, we get into hectic territory once again. As it did in the past, those are called sweeps. It happens, guys, right? That's the truth, right? We get those liquidity sweeps, they come down, they get back up, they maintain structure. And then after that sweep, guys, you know what happens. After accumulation, manipulation, guess what we get? We get a nice distribution, which technically we got the first impulsive move here on Shido. And that was the best entry that you could have gotten. Then after that, obviously retracements come in, right? We know that after an impulsive move, you need generally speaking, you get profit taking, and you get a scenario where you see a retracement, either a consolidation or retracement. Well, we got both. We consolidated here very slightly when we got a double top, and then we came down for retracement. I'm going to eyeball that, but it does look like right around the 786 retracement using Fibonacci. Okay, just eyeballing it. Could be right around the golden pocket. irrelevant. The reality is we retraced, we double bottom, guys, and that was your next entry, confirming support based on previous price action. The volume right into here was a good confirmation to suggest this general zone, plus with the volume that was, piling up right into this node right here, as you can see, gave us that indication that yes, we have our second opportunity to buy the dip. So first, second, now what? Now we're showing relative strength, because as the market was dipping, even within the last week, I just want to do another quick measurement from here. Let's say this whole area to here, either we've been going sideways, which is 32 bars, 32 days, a month. Go look at Bitcoin, what it's been doing this month. Just want to throw it out there from the last 32 days. This thing has been going sideways or up. Either way, bullish, absorbing and then pumping. So that's bullish either way. So if you happen to catch these bottoms, congratulations, because you got into a small cap altcoin that has great potential, and ultimately your risk to reward ratio based on these entries put you at a no lose scenario. There's no way to lose here. Why? Because your invalidations are down here. Put yourself at break even at worst case scenario. If you do have doubt, at worst case scenario, you put yourself at break even and let it run. Because if this thing starts to break the previous high, that is a break of structure, and then we start looking for extensions. So let's quickly talk about the scenarios. Bearish, bullish. Let's get some oscillators up here. One of the concerns for me as a momentum trader is that when momentum shifts, there's no real turning back. We've slowly, saw this momentum shift to the upside with many signs of divergence until we got follow through. And then we got the major expansion to the upside. Then all of a sudden we retrace and we didn't even get oversold. Is that risky? Yes, it is. It's risky. Let me just quickly make this bigger. Okay, so you can see this a bit better. Obviously, not getting a full reset on momentum is risky. However, guys, when you're hitting support and seeing double bottom absorption with another divergence, with an Uno reverse on volatility, which didn't come down to the bottoms where it usually comes down over and over and over. Guys, when you see a Uno reverse like this, when the volatility line quickly pivots midstream and the momentum is showing a pivot as well at the same time, what do you think's happening? What do you think's happening? Right? The momentum has not shifted to the point that we're going to get a full reset. The reality is we're getting a bounce. That's what happened right there. Okay. And you get other oscillator, the trend oscillator. Guys, if you want to know more about this oscillator, I got links in the description. It's called multi-momentum oscillators. We got two of them right here that have been killing it. As you can see, Class A bullish divergence, confirmation with the green dot, and then bang into the bullish control zone and expanding to the upside with that purple expansion wave. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now what? Okay, let's talk about the bearish case. The bearish case is still, okay, let's get rid of oscillators because you can see oscillators are still in your favor going over bot, guys. This is where major moves happen. Let's talk about oscillators. The truth is that we could still come back down and test the top of the range again, this level right here, all into this moment. It could come and test that. Get another confirmation, could even be another higher low in comparison to this low. That's still valid, still bullish. The problem is that if we get back into this range, close daily candles, reject and come down, guys, we can get to the bottom of the range. But like I said, if your entries are right into here, you're still at a position of strength. You bought bottoms, which means that you can put yourself at a good level where this trade or this scenario can put yourself regardless in a winning scenario. Now, if we break down, guys, we're in a hectic scenario, right? Definitely. Breaking down here means that we broke through the range, we got to the bottom of the range, and we broke another horizontal support. So 2 horizontal support levels need to be broken in order to get bearish, guys. That's a lot of work, right? The bears got to do a lot of work. If they weren't able to do it when Bitcoin was dumping and everything was fearful, what makes you think they're going to do it now? But mind you, Shido's up 16% today. Okay, one of the better gainers of the day. Okay, pretty good. Now, from a bullish case scenario, we have no choice but to pull out the extension levels. Let me whip it out here for you guys. Swing high to swing low. As you can see, this is a golden pocket retracement. But after we reach the golden pocket level, we don't have a lot of volume. We enter a level of where there's not a lot of resistance, right? And we got rejected there before. The probability is that once we get to this level, we're probably going to be looking for higher highs. The main target for me, the main target to see this price go to is the 1.618, and it happens to be confluent with the previous structures of the past, the order blocks of the past, which should be resistance zones. So really, what's my real target right now is the fact that we have imbalances and the majority of the volume, which is not even that much, guys. Let's be real about this, right? We could come up here and blast right through it, but I don't want to be a moon boy type of mentality. Let's take it level by level right now. That's all we really want to do, right? If we can get to about 0.007 more or less at the golden pocket and maybe de-risk a little bit as we reach 0.00577 more or less right on these bottoms, guys, that imbalance got filled. We extended. We're getting to the silver pocket, which is the 1.27. That's a little bit of an issue because if we get rejected there, that would be a swing failure. But if we get to the 1.618, we have a higher probability of this being an extension, which might lead to an exchange of hands and then a continuation. Obviously, this moving up. And that would be bullish, right? Even if we retraced a little bit, all good, all good. Why? Because people are going to potentially take profit off of this, right? They're going to see that huge cluster and go like, I did well. I bought the bottom. Now I want to take some profit. And those profit takers are going to have enough sell pressure to bring down the price. But as long as it's met with equal buys, we might be able to neutralize that once again, like we've did here, and absorbed all the sell pressure and continue to the upside eventually. Okay. And we're looking at the daily time frame on a small cap project, very small. Lots of volatility, lots of upside potential. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up again its size, its market cap, is not just because of volatility. It's also because the X factor, right? How many multiples can this actually do? And now, again, I'm going to be very clear. Yes, if we break below, guys, stop yourself out. Very clearly, put that stop loss. Nobody wants to be taking that kind of risk, right? But what about the reward? You can't negate that. You can't ignore it. The reward is basically, okay, we could get back to all-time highs. So why not? Let's assume that we're going to at least hit another target right around here, 0.003. Do I need to actually measure? You know what? Let's measure. Let's measure so you can see exactly how modest these targets are and how rewarding they can be. From the current price, even to this top, which is the next resistance zone, you're up 400%. Okay, and above that, there's not much of volume to actually act as resistance. We got massive imbalances right here left behind from the previous move down, which obviously was based on a little bit of FUD and all of that, which was all resolved. And people that are still FUDing Shido don't know what they're talking about, unfortunately. And it happens, lingering haters always hate. But name a project, especially now that we've seen others, have issues. There's all kinds of issues in this space. It's about teams that stick around and fix the issues, get back to the drawing board and fix the issues so that there's progress for ultimate making their project bulletproof. That is what we want to see. Not projects that run away and ultimately don't face the choir. And here you got a project that is doing really good. Ultimately, when the bearishness is here, is doing good, but ultimately with lots of upside potential, with tons of imbalance to recuperate. Obviously, you can see that. Look at that volume, guys. So Shido ultimately, at this current moment, based on its market cap, based on the current market structure, I would be expecting a break of the previous high to get a BOS, a break of structure to the upside for an extension, and then eventually hitting these levels. And once you hit those levels, guys, we got to, reevaluate to see what happens next. Okay, so that's Shido, guys. If I've offered you any value in this video, do the channel a massive favor. Slap the like button. It does really help out with the algorithm. If you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget, buy the dip.